Tush push is the biggest piece of legislation. It's obviously pretty divisive. Now, the Packers' original proposal was super specific to what Philly did. They've changed it now. The updated language is offensive players cannot assist the runner except by individually blocking opponents for him. You can't push a dude from behind.
Yeah.
All right.
But they line up like that.
Right. This would dramatically alter the way the Eagles run the play. The way Jalen Hurts is built and his strength and the strength of that offensive line, the Eagles might still be successul, but it's not going to look the same. He's not going to get shoved from behind.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts gets a lot of credit for strength. His legs are not driving him through there. He's getting lifted over and slid across the line. So that's not just about some strength.
Now, the Bills were part of this too. Just briefly, I'm reading now from an ESPN article. The tush push, a play popularized by the Super Bowl winning Eagles in which a team lines up one or more players behind the quarterback to push him forward against the defense, appeared in only 0.28, so about 0.3% of plays last year. But the Eagles and Bills ran the play more often than any other teams. The two teams, the Bills and the Eagles, combined to run 163 tush pushes in the past 3 seasons, more than the rest of the NFL combined.
Yeah.
Not only did the Eagles and Bills run the play the most often, they were also the most successful. They scored a touchdown or achieved a first down on 87% of their tush push attempts. The rest of the league was successful on 70%.
But other people weren't even doing a tush push. They were just doing a quarterback sneak.
Sure. Having Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen run that certainly helps. But it's just, to me, it's just not a football play, and you should not have ball carriers be pushed by players from behind them. It's just, it's not,
and in some cases lifted,
right,
and wheelbarrowed across the top of the pile.
Now, Frankie Louvu was on Good Morning Football yesterday. Remember, Frankie Louvu famously in the NFC title game tried to come up with a different way to stop the play by going over the top. I love the idea. The execution was not flawless. Frankie Louvu talking about the tush push.
You are, in a way, linked to this play because of that moment. You also have a powerful voice. This week, in a matter of a couple of days, the league is going to vote on the tush push, whether to keep it or to ban it. As a guy who has been out there in a playoff game trying to defend it, is it unfair, and should the league ban it?
Man, my personal opinion,
yeah,
I think they should ban it. You know what I mean? But I know the argument is going to be about like, hey, well, you guys have to stop it. Don't get us in short yardage and whatnot. But I mean, it's kind of like a Chico play, man. You got Jordan Mailata on the right. You got, it's pretty much a scrum in rugby. That's how I kind of look at it. And we got to have a scrum too on the other side. And the scrum is, we have a cadence where we all go at once. It's not like you hard count and this and that where, now you getting us or myself jumping over the pile thinking that they're about to snap the ball. And that's just my own personal opinion, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm with that. I mean, listen, man. If you allow it to be like that, what people are going to do, they will eventually time it up to where, there's an initial surge, and you always see Jalen Hurts basically standing still or stop. Then here come the guys behind him, and they kind of lift push. What if the guy decides the initial surge I'm not worried about? Because the offensive linemen, they all dive to the ground. They're not going to be able to hit somebody. And he comes and he hit him right in his chest on that second surge. What you going to say then? The NFL likes to say runner was stopped. Okay, his forward progress was stopped.
Right.
His forward progress is always stopped when it's just him. It doesn't move forward until the guys come and hit him at that point or move him at that point. Well, what if I just wait for you and hit you right in your chest? Then what you going to say? Illegal play? Because it's legal to hit him in his chest. So I just think that
he's clearly a runner.
You cannot overly protect the quarterback, but then in this one situation, you allow that to happen.
Yeah, I think Louvu's I kind of like calling it a cheapo play. Like, the way it's currently run is just, I suppose it's not outside the rules. That's why they need to reinstitute the rule they had for 100 years.
It's the NFL's fault.
Yeah.
It is the NFL's fault that it's happening like this. And since it's your fault, you have to correct it. And they always look for parity. And if you want to do parity, you say that you cannot push. It's been years you cannot push aid a running back, or aid a runner. Why is it okay now?
They allowed it, and it's kind of like in baseball how they've had to change all the rules to speed the game up, and it's for the betterment of the game.
Mhm.
And there's some purists or whatever. I don't really know that they're outside of Eagles fans and maybe Bills fans. Like, are there staunch supporters for the tush push? Like,
yes.
is there
Eagle fans,
right? But like outside of those, if you jump on tables or you wear green on Sundays, like outside of those two groups,
I don't think what the Bills do is a tush push.
not the way Philly.
Josh takes the ball and he dives to one side or the other. That's what the ordinary play is. Josh doesn't have people coming from behind him, pushing and lifting him.
I think you and I are in lockstep on this. The rule used to exist. Just reinstitute the rule. I'll look at the aquarium. You got like this one seems kind of easy. Boys, is anybody in there going to defend the tush push?
Only one guy with a 215 in his area code.
He does have a 215, but he's a Giant fan.
He's weirdo.
He is definitely weird. White Brian?
I don't think it should be banned.
Ban it. Why, Brian?
I don't know. It's a play. There's nothing illegal about the play. It's just too good.
Pushing the guy from the back is illegal.
It was for a long time.
And it needs to go back to being illegal.
Yeah, I guess if they make that illegal again, then sure, it should be banned. But I don't know.
If you watch the play, most football plays happen. This play, you make the initial surge, get everybody down and worried about the big pile, and then two guys come from behind. They normally put the running back and the tight end back there. They come from behind him and lift him up. So I don't think you need to be over 600-700 pounds. If you got to be that big to try to get there, that's how it ends up being a 600-700 pound football player pushing over the top.
It's always a false start on that play, and it's never called.
They line up offside.
Yeah, I was about to
completely.
say, some of them be
The
offside.
neutral zone doesn't exist on that play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nah, take it out. I know
It's too
some
many
people be
questions.
like, yeah, I was about to say, I know some that was exactly my point right there, B. I know people say it's competition, but if every time this one play is lined up, it's always, well, were they offsides? Did they do this? Da-da-da. And then the defense, how do you expect they got to do something about the hard count on that play too? Like any team that hard counts 4 or 5 times, nah, bruh. You can't penalize someone for that because the offense automatically has the advantage in that play.
Yeah.
The hard count makes it feel real cheapo. We got people calling. I want to take calls on this. Landy, can you possibly support this thing?
No. I think like what you were saying with regards to baseball, the important thing is that the games are meant to be entertaining, and this play just really isn't entertaining. And the point of the sport is entertaining. If it's not entertaining people, change the rules to make it more entertaining. It's that simple. The last thing in the world that I want is the refs standing around debating whether or not a guy lined up offside or if somebody went early. That sequence of plays that we saw in the championship game was just insanely frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really blame Frankie for it because, what the hell else are they going to do to try to stop it? Just get rid of the play, man. It's awful.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, man. It is it's just an awful play. And it's just so annoying to watch. But I think it's rooted in, like, when a judge makes a decision, right? They have to, like, root it in law. Regardless of what you see, it has to be a rule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has to be a law. And to me, the rule existed and they just scrapped it for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Just reinstitute the rule and that'll take care of it.